Was geht up? Hey, Roger Lugos. I have a diploma in nursing from KMTC. Can I work in Germany? Yes, you can work in Germany, but let me explain how caregiving in Germany works. There are three types of caregiving in Germany. We have for old people, a hospital, and then we have for ICU and the others. But the main ones, there are three: ICU, home for the elderly, and then hospital, nursing. Good. KMTC diploma, you have it. You need the language, yeah. Even if you have done KMTC intensive care unit at KMTC, you still need the German language. Why? In Germany, it's all different with in Kenya. In Kenya, if you're a nurse, you only work at a hospital or maybe delivery, the women giving birth, or I don't know. But you need to do some extra activities before you are qualified to be a nurse. But in Germany, we have like 3 shifts. We have morning shift, afternoon shift, and night shift. If you're working in a Heim is a home for the elderly. So the most work these nurses do is home for the elderly. I know it because I've been working at the kitchen at not a children's home, at an elderly people's home. I was a cook. For me, my work was we used to come with the same time with the nurses. Like I come at 6 a.m. But for me, I used to come at 5 a.m. because I need to prepare myself, make the food here and there. We have people diabetic, people who don't eat marmalade. Marmalade is what? Jam. People don't eat Blue Band. Others they eat butter. Others they eat cheese. Yeah. So in the morning, you always come to work very early in the morning, even before the nurses. Nurses arrive at 6 a.m. But for you people in the kitchen, you arrive at 5 a.m. That's how I've known these guys, how they work in shifts and how everything goes. So it's like this: we have morning shift, night shift. Morning shift is from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. or 8:30, and then from 8:30 night shift until 6 a.m. night shift. Now, when you come to job, you have to take care of the patients. The patients are those old people or people in hospital or ICU. But for ICU, I'll explain later. So you have to go to work. Why do you need the language, like the B1 certificate? Because we have something called Übergabe. Übergabe is something you give before you start work or after work. Like you come in, your colleague explain how the patient is. Like today, he did not do this, he did not puke, he had blood, he doesn't eat well. You have to speak in Dutch. Now, this is why you need Dutch. Even if you have the KMTC certificate, you still need the Dutch certificate from Goethe or OCD or something in town. I don't know about it. I know Goethe. Goethe is certified institution for issuing the certificate to a German embassy, and then you can be issued with a visa. So we have morning shift, night shift. Yeah, I've told you already. That's why you need the language. Übergabe, something you give, you explain. Like before you come in, the night shift nurse will explain how the night was, everything, how it goes. Like this patient, from patient 1, 2, 3, 4. If there's any special occurrence that happened at night, they'll tell you, and then you now begin from where the other nurses gave you instruction. Then you continue with work like from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. At 2 p.m. you also have to give Übergabe. Übergabe you give the nurse who's coming in for afternoon shift. You have to explain, I came in the morning, this guy was like this, like this, like this, like this, so I have to do like this. But most people, if you don't know how to talk Dutch, just say es war nix. Yeah? Es war nix. When they ask you, Viva, how was it? You just say it, yeah, es war nix, and then you just continue. But every day saying es war nix, you sound remix, you sound shallow. You have to explain like this patient, this and this. So you need the language. That's how I always tell you. You have the nursing certificate. You cannot go to Germany unless you try another country like Canada, US, UK, Australia. You'll get those visas and then you go there. You don't need the language. Yeah. But for Germany, you need the language. Even if you have a degree in, I don't know what, you have something, and you want to work in Germany, you need the language, because you have to talk to the patient and talk to your boss, because your boss will be issuing like the duty roster in Dutch, like tomorrow don't come. Yeah. Another thing, there'll be like when you are off days, you have off, yeah, and then your boss calls you like, hey, Rogers, how are you? Today, one of our colleagues is not coming in, he's sick, so can you please come in for, and then we'll do this and this and this. They are speaking in Dutch. That's why you need the Dutch language, yeah. So, caregiving Germany is good, but you still need the language for you to prosper, and then you can maneuver easily, yeah. You need the language. Yes, you have the certificates. In Germany, totally different. Like you can go to Germany, you have the language, the B1 certificate, you go to Germany, and then you translate your papers into Dutch. Like you go to Germany, and then with your KCSE certificate, they translate into German, and then your diploma in nursing at KMTC, they translate in German. It's money, and then it takes time. But we have institution in Germany that translates those certificates, like from French to this one, from Spanish to this one, from English to this one. So you have to pay them. After you pay them, now you take it to your employer, and then your employer will let you know that you can do the nursing for 2 years or 1 year, and then you can be a qualified nurse in Germany. But I don't know about it, because for me, I've never done nursing, but I've seen nurses, because my job was to cook. During tea break, you chill with nurses, because we have like a tea break. You all gather together like in a hall. You take your breakfast. I used to serve them, like, and then we sit down and start talking like, hey, how are you? How is Africa? Does Africa has electricity? Do you live on trees? They're just curious to know. They speak Dutch. Others like Germans, they speak that hard, very hard Dutch. Like you wouldn't understand very well if you've not been into school. So you have to go to school and then study the language, and then when you come to Germany, you can it can be easy for you. Without the language, my friend, you'll suffer. Like me, I suffered. Like the 3 years in Germany, the language was a little bit hard. So German language is not in the school. German language is on the grounds. Yeah, go in the fields, speak to people in supermarkets, homeless people, drunkards. Like for me, I sharpened my Dutch with these old wazes, old people. You just go to the park, you find old people just chilling, drinking their beer, and then you start a conversation like, hello, wie geht's? And then start speaking, what are you doing here? How was your life when you were still young? How is Germany before and now? And you just sharpen your Dutch slowly by slowly, and then you learn everything about this language, yeah? And then everything will be fine for you in German, because the document is signing in German language. Appointments, German language. You go everywhere, German language. So you need German language. So no one should lie to you that you can come to Germany without the German language. Even in Kenya, I told you yesterday, we have an agent. I saw the advert on TV. They were saying that they bring people to Germany, but you need B1. Those are the legit guys. I saw the advert on TV, Citizen TV. If you watch keenly, you'll watch the advert. They are doing some construction here. They are making noise. So guys, I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Bye bye.